3 of the National Football League. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. There were plenty of highlights for him in last week's game. Nearly 500 yards through the air.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Today it's week 3 and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Dragons of Rio de Janeiro. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rio de Janeiro team. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. When you look at this defense, they come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. Is playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing Jones. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Quentin Williams coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. No good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Rodgers to throw on second down.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 27. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Christian Watson
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Dragons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for two here.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. You know, we've discussed this before. We've seen it in practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these two-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for two and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on two-point plays as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coach.
Touchdown! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0.
So their second touchdown in this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
A give to Elliott running left. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do.
There he goes left side.
Christian Watson, touchdown! Christian Watson
doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Dragons go up by 2 touchdowns.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Forced out to his... And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point drive. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball and end up getting sacked.
So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Here's Hardman to return.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He was defended by Marcus Jones.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
That is caught. He's got a first and maybe more. Touchdown!
4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers, as his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here.
Here's Rodgers. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Inside give to Elliott. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. He's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
13 yards. First down, New England.
Off play action. Jones. He lets it fly for Lockett. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Boy, the coverage there airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot in the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
No, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, and it's caught. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Dragons continue to pull away here in this first half.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in. But with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a short one to Gesicki. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
The Dolphins surprisingly didn't use Gesicki as much in the passing game as expected last year. But now he gets to make them question that twice a year after signing with the Patriots.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Ryland on for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down to 22. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, It has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Rodgers again now. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for the touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 53 yards. And the Dragons had 6 to their lead. Now Rodgers. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Here we go, get set.
On the counter, Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good... Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Jones and the Pats now with 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyler Lockett, 60 yards. And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Patriots 21.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Here's Carter now on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing Jones. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Jones. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw again.
Open man downfield, that's Smith-Schuster.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
61 yards.
And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Touchdown! Nicole Hardman, 37 yards. And the Dragons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. Now a toss coming right side. It's Hall, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense. He's getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Rodgers will try again on second down. He's got a man, complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown! Christian Watson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dragons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And a touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, New England.
Now Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ezekiel Elliott.
His 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get a bit closer. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
56. Patriots 38.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away.
Here's Carter now on the return.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Here's Rodgers.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you've got to make that throw, right? That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Rodgers now on 1st down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Get 300. Get 300. Go.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A strong shot. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And it's caught. Touchdown. 3 small. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dragons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go to Elliott again. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
On now the rookie 4th-round pick, Chad Ryland, for the Patriot field goal.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Rodgers again now. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Christian Watson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dragons get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And this is secured by the Patriots. On did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown!
A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Dragons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
26.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And this is secured by the Patriots. Jones throwing to start the drive. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Jones.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he fends him off.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's third down.
Throwing Jones. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Devontae Parker, 31 yards.
And the Pats get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Rodgers going to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now Rodgers.
Across the formation, he finds Rucker.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive.
And the ball is knocked out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
To throw is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find Smith-Schuster again.
And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Quinnen Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2nd down and goal. Jones. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The extra point by Ryland up and good.
And the lead is down to 24. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hans team able to secure the football. On 1st down, Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
26.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Rodgers.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
That is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, It's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, no shock here. For the 7th time in this game, it appears they'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Touchdown, Patriots! Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit.
And once again, the Pats decide to go for 2. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Rodgers throwing here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they can't bring him down.
And the Patriots are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. A give to Elliott. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. This is caught. Touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Patriots 65.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Rodgers looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion certainly makes his upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
So now Jones and the Patriots
Down by 11, 24 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
On second down, Elliott.
On an excellent tackle there as they keep him inbounds and hold him to no gain. Here's Jones. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits.